Hello, Seiiti Arata. Have you been feeling overwhelmed and burnt out lately? This can happen if you're constantly receiving requests from your boss, your clients, and your friends, and you feel like you can never say no. I know you're afraid that if you don't do everything that is asked of you, you will be seen as lazy or unprofessional or selfish or even arrogant. But I want you to know that you don't have to keep feeling this way. There is a way to break free from the cycle of codependency and the superhero syndrome, to start taking care of your own needs and your own well being. That way is called Suum Cuique. It is a Latin phrase that means to each his own. And it's all about respecting others' choices and taking responsibility for your own actions. So if you want to hear more about Suum Cuique and how it can help you to find balance and fulfillment in your own life, I can tell you the following story. Imagine three fish swimming in a pond. Each of them can swim whatever they want. That's right. Close your eyes and imagine three fish swimming in a pond. The first fish swims near the surface, enjoying the warm sun and the fresh air. It is nice, but it's a little bit risky in case there is a hungry bird of prey around. The second fish swims in the middle of the pond, exploring the depths and the mysteries of the water. The water is not as warm, but there are some snacks to enjoy here and there. And the third fish swims near the bottom, hiding from the predators, seeking shelter. It is very safe, but it is very dark and cold. Now, think about this. This story of the three fish teaches us that each person has their own way of living, their own path to follow. Just like the three fish, you may be following your own path, your own desires, but you need to remember that you are responsible for your own actions and your own life. Are you choosing to swim your life in the direction of being responsible for everybody else? Or are you choosing to swim in the direction of a life in which you understand that each individual is responsible for their own? By embracing the principle of Suum Cuique, you can learn to set healthy boundaries and focus on your own growth and your own fulfillment. You can break free from the cycle of codependency, the superhero syndrome, and you can start to swim freely and confidently on your own path. The Latin expression of Suum Cuique means to each his own, and it is a powerful concept that can help you to find balance and fulfillment in your life. You see, Suum Cuique is all about respecting others' choices and taking responsibility for your own actions. It is about not taking others for granted and not expecting others to take care of you. It is about setting healthy boundaries and assertively saying no to unfair requests. And most importantly, it is about taking care of yourself and your own well-being. So the next time someone asks you to do something that doesn't align with your values or your goals, remember Suum Cuique. Politely say no. Trust me, it will be the best no you ever say, and it will bring you one step closer to living a life of balance and fulfillment. Respect their choices. Take a step back. Let people learn from their mistakes. That's the best gift you can give them. I know you care about your loved ones, you want the best for them, but have you ever thought about how your constant intervention and unsolicited advice might be holding them back? You see, when you try to save your loved ones from the consequences of their bad choices, and you offer them your help and your advice without respecting their choices, you're not allowing them to grow and thrive. You're not swimming your life under a Suum Cuique principle. You're not letting them swim as they want. You're not giving them the opportunity to learn from their mistakes and take responsibility for their lives. And there is also something that usually people will not tell you. At least they won't tell it to your face. They usually say it behind your back. So I'll be the messenger of the harsh news. It goes like this. Your constant intervention And unsolicited advice can also be seen as patronizing, annoying, and controlling, as if you know better than everyone else. This can be seen as arrogance. I know you may have good intentions, so this is very shocking to hear. But you're not respecting other people's choices and you're not allowing them to take care of themselves. So the next time you feel the urge to intervene in the lives of your loved ones, remember the principle of Suum Cuique. Take a step back. Respect their choices. Let them take care of themselves. You may be surprised by how much they can grow, they can thrive, when you give them the space, the freedom to do so. And who knows, you may even find that you're able to take care of yourself and your own well-being in that process. You might think that you are a superhero, but are you really just a burnout waiting to happen? Think about whether you have been living with a superhero syndrome. The superhero syndrome is when you try to do everything for everyone and you sacrifice your own well-being, your own happiness for the sake of others. It is when you feel like you have to be perfect, you have to save the day, you don't allow others to take care of themselves. It is when you neglect your own needs and your own wants, and you end up feeling burnt out and resentful. Basically, is when you try to be a superhero for everybody else, but you forget to take care of yourself. You have been trying to do everything for everyone, and you've been sacrificing your own well-being and happiness for the sake of others. This is not sustainable. This is causing you to experience burnout. You are exhausted, stressed, and you're starting to resent your own choices. For example, in your life, you might be feeling overwhelmed and exhausted because you're trying to do everything for your boss, your clients, your friends. You might be working long hours, skipping meals, you're not getting enough sleep. You might be sacrificing your own hobbies and passions. You might be losing touch with yourself, with the world around you. You might be starting to resent your own choices. You might be wondering if you are on the right track. All these things are signs of burnout, and they're caused by the superhero syndrome. But here's the thing. You have the power to change that. You can break free from the cycle of burnout and resentment by taking responsibility for your own life and making different choices. You don't have to keep living with the superhero syndrome. You can start to take care of yourself and set healthy boundaries. You can start to respect others' choices and take responsibility for your own actions. You can start to embrace the principle of Suum Cuique, which means, again, to each his own. This principle can help you break free from that cycle of burnout and resentment, and you can start to live a balanced and fulfilling life. It won't be easy. It will take some time and effort, but it will be worth it. You deserve to live a life that is fulfilling and meaningful, and you can start by taking care of yourself and your own well-being. The Latin expression Suum Cuique means to each his own. That is a powerful concept that can help you find balance and fulfillment in your life. It is all about respecting others' choices and taking responsibility for your own actions. By embracing Suum Cuique, you can learn to set healthy boundaries and assertively say no to unfair requests. This can help you to avoid the cycle of codependency and the superhero syndrome. Instead, allowing yourself, allowing others to grow and thrive. For a guided process of that, you can visit now How to Say No by going to the address arata.se/how to say no.